Welcome to the High Tech Investments News Report for Week 21. The news report covers some of the many investments projects High Tech Investments is currently involved in so you can follow our progress. We hope you will enjoy this news feed and look forward to your comments and remarks.
Hi, Bo here, and welcome back to this week's news report that is stuffed with even more news than we normally have. Yes, we are going to have a look at a new EA. So we have been testing one of these here now for a bit over a week. We're going to show you the first results. It looks really good. And then on top of this, we also have quite a few things when it comes to the profit retriever, because there is a new test in place and we have been chosen as one of the testers for this. It is talking about the hedging, and we have actually made videos on this in the past, and we will now spend the next couple of weeks here figuring out exactly how we can improve and if the profit retriever can be improved overall. And of course we also have tons of other news and information, so when it comes to our individual platforms and when it comes to our trading strategies. So things are looking positive, things are looking better and better. We are over a hump, even though at the moment the New Zealand currency certainly put a spanner in the wheel this particular week. But let's get started and let's have a look exactly where we're going to take off with yield notes. Not much information actually coming out of yield notes, the CEO, or even Urs for that matter. All we know is that we are about a month away now and a few days when we will get the next 5% into the platform. We will not be able to take it out, and that is pretty much what we have for you this time around. There's no need to hang around and talk about this unless we get some decent updates coming out of the development team. Now, Sapphire coin is not doing quite well at the moment. None of the Decenomy coins are doing too well, but let's have a look at it. The return on the investment, so on the iHost website here, gone a bit down from just over 60% last week down to 59, so not a big difference in here. The shared masternoding is up, so we are looking at about 3% for the past week. But then when we take the overall coin development into consideration, then we are basically down about -5%. So at the moment we are getting close to one of our lowest levels with the SAPP coin here at -81%, so definitely not very good development. And you can also see it on the graph here. There is a downward trend at the moment, so not helping the coin at all. PNY is pretty much stuck in where it has been, and even the return on the investment is also stuck at the moment. Same percentage as last week, 52.36%, so that will still create about 10% per week. But overall coin development is now at a new all-time low. We went from -94% and now down to -97. So might not be much in percentage-wise, but definitely still. We can see on the graph itself, it is flat as a pancake. Nothing has moved in between basically the US dollar, the euro, and the Bitcoin itself. It is simply staying there. There is no volume to trade. Birake is obviously the exchange, and that is the only one where we see some movement. This particular week here also, we haven't seen any positive movement coming out of that one. Return on the investment for Birake here is also down 139% last week, down to 134. So basically losing 5% at the moment, but it is very variable all the time. Shared masternoding, we are up by about 8% and a bit here, so that is not too bad. But overall coin development is not in the right direction. We had 13% plus last week. We are still in plus, but we are closer to the just 2% with 1.98. So not impressive here either. And as we can see, it's also a downward trend here. Nothing much positive to take from that one. A bit of positive is not to find either on Bitcoin. Bitcoin, we left it last week about 27,200. And since then, it was trading sideways most of the week. And then we saw a bit of a movement in the market, especially some of the news and information that came out in the last couple of days has also hit the Bitcoin here. And we can see it was at 27,000, about 500 at a short range of time. After that, it's now dropped down to 26,230. So obviously lost a bit more than 1,000 in the past week, or even in the few days in between. You have two peaks in here. And that is pretty much where we are at the moment. That is a low for quite a long time. Now, if we have a look at BNB versus USD, it is pretty much the same trend you see here, also trading pretty much sideways, getting up to about 315 and basically then dropping at the same time as many of the other crypto coins at the moment. At the moment, BNB is around $305, which is still not too bad. Anything over 300, as I mentioned before, is still fair value for that particular coin. And here we come to our new poll also. This is one that we have just launched, and we only launched it a few days ago, but we wanted to reach out to our audience also to see if the contents that we are putting out, if that is actually what you want to see, if we have to adapt. And obviously the whole idea here is that we're going to try and do a weekly poll over the next many weeks to try and determine exactly if we are on the right track, if there's something we need to dig deeper into. And so every week we will put out a new poll. You will have a bit more time also to basically go in and vote for this. And in this particular one, we have 5 different items here. And I asked the question, what is your favorite investment type? We went into stock. Stock is only 11% here, so very, very low. We haven't really talked about stocks much in here other than a few times when I speak about the markets. In the past, I did do a lot of stocks. I actually used an American company to help me out, not blindly follow them all the way through, but I never introduced it to this particular channel here because I had a lot more focus on crypto and also on the Forex market with the new robots, Expert Forex, and other developers in here. So it's good to see that there is some that's interested in stock. We will try and see if we can implement that in the future. Cryptocurrency, well, we already have some, and that goes for both the also passive investment income platforms, where you also have a certain percentage, and they also basically deal in crypto. And of course, we also have the Decenomy coins in here. 0% on the real estate, which is not really unusual. So because this is definitely a lot more long-term and also needs a lot more money at the end of the day. So a lot less people would obviously have an interest in this. What we see here is that most of the votes is for the Forex market, and that has also where this channel has been moving. And definitely the profit retriever has pushed in that direction here also, some of the EAs from Expert Forex. And now we have also engaged with other ones, such as Leap FX for the money tree here itself. More are to come. And that is also the way we think we should develop the channel, which is great to see that the poll basically acknowledges that this is what people want to see a bit more of. They want to have their own money in their own pockets, or at least with their own broker. And then from there on, they can decide what they want to do and how they want to trade. Makes perfect sense. And we touched on the passive income platforms at the moment, some of them having a hard time. We have spoken about Elevate Pass in the past, and we are still in talks with the CEO, but there are still things that we would like to get out of it before we're going to bring it back here on the news report. But we will try and do our best to keep you updated if anything news comes out, good or bad. Now for one of the income platforms here. So we are talking about the Trillant platform. Important news coming out of here. Currently no KYC is possible. They are focusing on the KYB at the moment. So basically know your business. And this is for the business owners of the Trillant part. We can see when we were in there yesterday and having a look around, there is a bit of a backup at the moment to get everybody basically approved so they can start trading and actually using the coin a lot more. Now there was an email out here also regarding a bit of news, and it says due to the system changeover, only know your business procedures can be performed at the moment. Know your customer KYC producers are not working at this time. We are working diligently with the Mountain Wolf team to complete the transition quickly and smoothly. Once this work is completed, the KYC process will be available again. We will keep you informed of any significant developments and let you know immediately when the KYC process is possible again. In the meantime, please refrain from sending inquiries about the KYC procedure to our support team. So basically at the moment, it is closed down for the KYC. It doesn't really matter too much at the moment. But obviously, we have mentioned before, if you are verified, non-verified KYC, there's a bit of a limitation within the platform itself, and you actually had plenty of time to do that. We have mentioned this in the news report before. Now, the next part is the good news for the Tree coin itself. This is the one that we stake. It is now sold out, so you can no longer get that on the Trillant platform. You have to go to the 2 exchanges that are taking care of it, which we also show you every single week. And there's a little information here also from the Trillant team. It says, we are pleased to announce that our Trillant token, the Tree, has sold out. This is a significant milestone in our journey, and we are deeply grateful to you, our community, for the continued support and trust in our vision. As of now, Trillant tokens are no longer available in the back office. However, this is not the end of the journey, just the beginning of a new chapter. You can still purchase and trade Trillant coins on the crypto exchange, where we are looking at it here, CoinStore and xt.com. Top of this, they also mention here that you can still send them to your back office and use both the long-term and short-term staking in here. The long and short-term staking is a great way to make your tokens work and generate additional revenue. Use the opportunity to diversify your portfolio and maximize your crypto wealth. Trading our tokens on these platforms give you more flexibility and access to a larger market, which ultimately leads to greater price stability. It's important to us that you continue to be part of the Trillant story as part of our community. So a bit of an update on this one. And obviously what they are talking about here is the whole background for the Trillant setup and platform here, that you are staking the three tokens. Normally before you could buy them at 5 cents, which was basically introduction. Since then they went up. At the moment, as you will see in a second, they have gone down by quite a bit, which is quite normal when it comes to crypto. They always have this hype about them in the beginning, goes up and then down. But you can go on these exchanges here. You can set yourself up on the Trillant platform with a lot lower value for the Trillant, and then you can stake them in here. And the idea again here is 4, 9, and 26 weeks is the short-term one, where you will get either 1.5, 3.5, or 11% out, and they will be split out over individual weeks. So either 4, 9, and 26 weeks. So you will get something every single week. The good part here is if you do the long-term one, which is the 52 weeks, you will get a higher yield. So basically 50%, half of what you have put in here, and that will be spread out over 52 weeks. And at the same time, depending on also how you are staking this, if the coin price then goes up, you can actually stake it at a higher coin value. You will also get a higher yield back after that. But your package itself will be locked in for another 52 weeks. And that's what we did in the beginning. That's also why we get a bit of a higher part. The coin went up to 13 cents. We staked all our different packages there. And that is now what's producing higher returns. If we have a quick look at xt.com and see how it developed, don't forget that a couple of weeks ago here, we were actually down to 0.20 with the 1 in front. Now we have actually dropped off again. So it was down 20%, it came down to 0.0007890. And now it has dropped a bit further. It did have a spike back up to the 0.0001, but quickly again came down. You can see there was a bit of a volatility. 58 million is basically part of the spike you had here. And now it is trading a bit sideways again here at 0.0006959, and that's for the xt.com. And for CoinStore, also here the price is down, also basically trading sideways. And also here from last week it was 0.0008144, now down to 0.0006866. So they are pretty much in line. Small little differences in here, but the volume is quite higher, as you can see, 278 million. And obviously what we want is we want things to come back up to 5-10 cents, even higher. We did see the one point, a very short point after it was released. It was up about $1. Now let's go over to our money tree and have a look at the numbers for week 20. They are all looking quite well. As you can see, even the low risk one is doing well, $145, 1.8%. Medium risk is the ones we have set up here now, and with more limited currency pairs. At the time that we have these numbers, it is 8 currency pairs, and we made $82 and 1.6% for the week. It's a bit low, but sometimes that's what happens with the money tree. Then we have the high risk one, 164.65 or 3.3%. So overall, very good profits for the week itself. And obviously you can go and find all these details. You can even go and double check what it is that we are sending out here on the channel. On the website itself, you can find all the links for the 3 different types. You can even find the IG. We still have that one running, the IG broker itself, which is not really recommended. And obviously also, if you like to support the channel, you can use the coupon code that we have in here. And at the same time, it will also provide you with a 5% discount if you want to buy the Money 3 EA. And then all you have to do is basically follow a couple of videos. This is the latest video here, where we are basically updating based on our old trading and also from the developers trading, where we are finding the 10 best currencies to trade. And we did a video on that in this particular week here. We also showed you why we have picked these particular ones and what was the difference between last time when we set this up and now. So a very good informational tutorial video here, giving you exactly the idea of how you can trade this one for maximum profit. Maximum profit is also something definitely we see on the profit retriever. Things are back to normal after a terrible April, as we mentioned here before. We can see the top 5 EAs. The US 30 is on top here, $632 or 6.3% for the week. So very good and stable results. Aussie Japanese number 2 continues to also stay up there, $572 or 5.7%. We have Bitcoin that continues also to be there at a very good level in the top 5, $408 or 4.1%. New Zealand Swiss francs, $364 or 3.6%. And then Aussie Japanese, the second one we have here, is also in there. And both of them are also running in the top 10 on the 4-week chart, $319, 3.2%. And overall, if you would have traded those 5 in the past week, you would have made $2,295 or 4.6%. So definitely another approved results. And if you thought that everything was over, if you thought that this robot doesn't really work, well, we have news for you, because every single week we are showing our results. And as you can see here, our history now with this profit retriever EA goes back 434 days. And we can basically show a nice profit, so all the time. And for this particular month of May, which is not over yet, we have made 17,415 in our portfolio. And it continues to grow every single day. So, and that is what we would like to see. Now, also to help you out, understand the profit retriever better and to understand the stability, because some currencies are not so stable, other ones are better, slow but steady. And that is why we have this new video series that a lot of people have emailed me about and saying, you know, we really appreciate this one here. It really helps us to understand either which currencies we want to trade through the copy-link service, or which ones I should start looking at myself first, because they look to be the most stable ones. So we have that one here for the 4-week review, and this was actually done this particular last weekend, where we are looking back 4 weeks, and the top 10 results produced more than $13,000 in a month, and that is one of the highest ones since we started this series. Now you can obviously find a lot more about it, and we also have details and information on our website. We normally keep the last 4 videos in here, so you can see the development over time. Nothing is hidden, everything is right in the open, and you can follow all the signals and even the FX Blue links if you want to. On top of this, there is the opportunities here to go on the copy-link trading. If you think all this is way too technical, it takes too much time to set up the robots, then you can do that. Or you can, of course, like some of the traders that have just emailed me here also saying, no, we have bought this robot now. We are crunching the numbers, Bo. Things are moving in the right direction. And obviously, a lot of the videos that I do I hope they also help the traders at least get a good start on exactly how this should be traded and what you need to be aware of. Now you will see also that we have our spaghetti trader in here. The spaghetti trader, we've done a few videos on this already, and it comes from Expert Forex. It was released and it was also for free. And we did this particular video here where we're saying, well, we have the first live trading results is now out. That was only after a few days. Since then, things have been moving forward, and you can follow everything on our website here too. We are trading it at the moment on a 15, 1 hour and 4 hour chart. So there's a good chance to go in and see exactly how it develops. But I also have to tell you, we have already changed a lot of the settings. The first settings that we actually used was part of the beta test settings. We have then figured out that we need to make some adjustments, and that is basically due to the graphs that you see here. Some of the things were going quite nicely in the beginning, small little gains, but then we also had some losses. We analyzed the results in here, and as you can see, it took a bit of a hit on some of them. Since then, we have updated and tested them and made a lot of different changes. Let's see if that's going to develop. Now the changes that we do makes basically sure that they don't get out of the trades too quickly. And if that is a good thing or a bad thing, we'll have to see if this is gonna be a decent EA to have in the future. We did get some feedback and information also from Alex after our first video. And he did mention that he got various mixed results out of this one here. So he was exciting to see exactly what we could do with this particular one. It is still a bit early, as you know. Many times I tell people don't get excited just from the first week or two results in here. We need a lot more time to figure out exactly how this trades, and if there's any adjustments to be made, you can just go back and have a look at our videos covering the money tree that we continue to do adjustments on after 4 or 5 months of trading. Now we are also introducing new EAs all the time. We are actually testing new ones, and we are also expecting to introduce our new mystery trading robot here. This one, a lot of people seems to be very happy with this one too. We have a test already in progress. We actually have a few tests in progress for this particular one, and some of the first results is out here. And again, I mentioned this is very early days. This is a history of only 9 days so far. It is trading 22 currency pairs. And as you can see, also the maximum drawdown and basically the deposit load is very, very low. We have seen, as the market has changed this particular week, that has gone somewhat up, and we'll have to see exactly where we're going to be. But also here, the profitable trades are past the 90%. And that is obviously what we are looking for. Monthly returns, as you can see here, is about 6%. We are not so interested at the moment in how much it provides back. We are more interested in the stability and exactly how it trades and how we can optimize it. And that's the next part. We have the 20 currency pairs here. And then we have a second running broker account here also with 10 currency pairs, basically the same EA, but with different set files, with different setups, and obviously only limit to the 10 currency pairs compared to what else we have. So we have similar results so far. They were started at the exact same time. And once we are good and ready, we will also show you exactly which one it is. And obviously you can follow all the trade it does in the near future through our website. Coming to Alex, this week Alex has been quite eager to send out the short video bursts here of various things within the trading community. And again, automated gold for traders. Basically here he is talking about the premium forum where you can go in and find set files, and within there you can see that the profit retriever trading gold is actually one of the most profitable ones. On top of this, he has also mentioned that the strategy and the copy link service in here, there is a lot of signals that has already produced more than 200% return. We certainly have quite a few of our EAs that have done at least 100, some 200, and some even 300% in here. Shows again the stability overall from the profit retriever. And then he has also mentioned here a new video, a special trading technique that will make his wife very happy. We do believe that you can still watch this particular video here on his trading technique, even though you might have a spouse. So go and have a look at that one. And then last but not least, the most exciting part in here is that there is a new profit retriever test underway. It's not a beta test. It's a test where we have been asked to basically send some information in to Expert Forex and Alex because they want to try out a few new things regarding hedging and directional finding. So there has been a lot of discussions over the last weeks and months, especially when the profit retriever was having a bit of a hard time in the market back in April for alternate settings. And basically what Alex is saying here is that things are looking good. It looks like some of these things can actually reduce the drawdown and the risk overall, but we have yet to see, and that is basically where he wants the outsiders to come in and try and trade this robot to see if this is actually true or not. And that's what we had for you in this week's news report. As you can see, plenty of exciting news, plenty of new things to come. So the market and the rest of the crypto world never stand still. So that is why, of course, we recommend that you watch this news report every single week to get the latest updates as we put them all together in a short little burst video that should take as long as you to drink your coffee. So I hope to see you on next week's news report, where we will have, of course, the latest and greatest and even more news for our EAs and the rest of the crypto world. So until then, bye-bye.
I hope you enjoyed our news report. So please don't forget to like and add your comment below, as we would love to get your feedback. But before you go, make sure you subscribe to the channel and don't forget to keep the notification bell turned on. That way, you will never miss any of our future videos. We hope to see you back on this channel very soon.